How to control restless mind. There are so many ways of trying to control the mind, but it is scattered in so many ways, it is very difficult to control it. So the best effective technique is to go to the source. Where does the mind originate? Where does it begin? So you kill the roots, then the tree will die. Here from this diagram, you can see Brahman, it's supreme consciousness, and Atman is our individual consciousness, and outside of it is the mind. Mind is made up of four aspects: Manaha, Buddhi, Ahankar and Chitta. Mana means receiving mind, Buddhi means intellect that judges, Ahankar means I consciousness that identifies, and Chitta means unconscious mind where the impressions are stored. So really we are pure consciousness, and because of the mind, entire world is projected. Entire world is illusion because it's projected by mind. If you don't pay attention to the mind, the world will disappear. What is mind anyway? Mind is nothing but collection of thoughts and emotions. Thoughts come and go, and we identify with it, then we recognize as mind. And then when we recognize as a mind, then it projects and produces a sense organs, our body, then we connect with the world and we go outside in the world. So controlling the mind, which is scattered in all the direction, identifying with our possessions, our identity, people, things, past and future, you cannot control it. So simplest and direct way of controlling the mind is to direct it inward and go to the source asking question, who am I? Because this is the origin of the mind. Because without ego, without I consciousness, mind is not recognized. So if you ask question and go inward, then you get mastery over the mind. Okay. What is inside when we go inward to consciousness or Atman or ourself? There is nothingness, because entire universe is homogeneous. It is Advaita. It is non-dual because there is nothing but I am. Everything is interconnected. But when we come down to the mind, it produces duality. Duality is two. Two means I and you. Duality means time and space, cause and effect, names and forms. So entire world becomes duality. So don't try to control the mind in duality, but bring it to the focus, asking question, who am I? And where does the thought come from? So really thoughts originate from ego or I consciousness. So if you direct it to I consciousness, then everything, all the thoughts disappear because the world becomes illusion. I consciousness is like one, number one. An entire world is like zeros. Without zeros, without one, all the zeros have no value. So I is the subject, world is the object. Without object, we cannot go outward. If you have only subject, then you cannot say anything. I am that I am. But because of object, I see someone. I see third person. So second and third party exist because of foundation of I am. And this I am is the goal, because when you focus on what I am, then all other worldly things disappear. This world is called Maya or Mirage. Mirage is like in the desert, in hot sun. It seems like there is water, but when you chase the water, It is not there. It is only sand. So it looks elusive. Same way, world looks elusive because of the mind. It's not real. When we see it for real, then our illusion disappears. In a dark room, there is something curled up, and you are afraid in the dark, thinking it is a snake. It could be poisonous snake. And snake is reality in the darkness. But when you turn on the light, you see it is a rope. Once you see it is a rope, snake disappears for good. Same way, when we realize ourselves as true consciousness, then the world looks elusive. Okay. So world is real, but relatively real, because as long as we are in the mind, our world is real to us, because we feel our body, all these things do happen. So the technique we will do next one, video number 2, would be meditation technique to quiet the mind and focus inward. Okay. So the technique will go that we are covered up with 5 layers. One is Annamaya Kosha, or gross body, which is made up of 5 elements. Then senses, or prana, that is behind all the function of the material objects. Then comes the mind, and higher than mind is intellect, and then I consciousness. And these are the layers we remove. Besides these layers, we are involved in the world with all the objects and persons. We are identifying with all the situation, religions and beliefs and all this. So it takes us away from that. So meditation technique will be to drop all the identity. So once you drop the identity, then you focus on the true essence. In short, if you maintain awareness of I am, all the thoughts come and go, you won't react to them, and your world would be illusion. You can see world as illusion. Also, after practicing, you can apply it so that even while you are active during the day, part of your awareness is connected with I am. So, to control the mind, you can control, and more you try to control, more you will be controlled. There is no way of controlling unless you go to the source. And the source of mind is I consciousness. Mind is illusion, but you can see as illusion only when you focus inward and realize that I am. Okay. So this is the philosophy, that a mind is nothing but thought waves, and mind projects outside, and it involves the mind, the past, futures, likes, dislikes and attachment. You can fight with different attachment, you can try to control the mind with different techniques, but it won't last forever. So the simplest direct technique is to question, who am I? Where does the thought come? As soon as you become aware, where does the thought come? You realize it comes to me because I identify. So as soon as you become consciousness, all the thoughts will lose its power. Okay, this is philosophy, and next we will do the meditation.